Most people hear about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, they think of death and destruction. The four horsemen appear in Revelation chapter 6, when Jesus Christ begins opening the seals of the scroll. Each horseman represents a different judgment coming upon the earth. The first horse is white. Revelation 6, 1 and 2 describes the rider carrying a bow and receiving a crown. He goes out conquering and to conquer. Now, some believe this rider represents Christ because Jesus later appears on a white horse in Revelation 19. However, there are important differences. In Revelation 19, Christ is clearly identified as the Word of God and the King who returns in righteousness. Because the first horseman appears with the other three judgments, many interpreters understand him to represent conquest or a conquering power rather than Christ. The second horse is red. Revelation 6:4 says the rider is given power to take peace from the earth. Now this horseman represents war. Peace disappears and people turn against one another. Then the third horse appears. It's black. And its rider holds the power balances. Revelation 6, 5 and 6 describes extremely high food prices. Now this horseman is commonly understood to represent famine and economic hardship. War destroys economies, food supplies, and transportation. As food becomes scarce, prices rise and people struggle simply to survive. Then comes the fourth horse. It is pale, and its rider is named Death. Revelation 6:8 says, And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. His name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. This is the most devastating of the four. Revelation says power is given over a fourth of the earth to kill with the sword, hunger, death, and the beast of the earth. Notice the progression. Conquest, war, famine, and death. You see, the four horsemen aren't random events. They're part of the prophetic sequence that begins when Jesus opens the seals. And we should be careful about claiming that every modern war, famine, or disaster is one of the four horsemen. Revelation places them within a specific prophetic sequence. Ultimately, however, Revelation isn't about the horseman. It's about Jesus Christ. He is the Lamb who opens the seals, and He is the King who ultimately defeats evil. The four horsemen represent some of the darkest judgments described in prophecy, but they are not the end of the story. Jesus Christ is.